down.
Sorry, what?
Will you also take the graded assignment week 2 downs?
Yeah, I can take because I think the deadline is over now, right?
Yeah,
So what,
yeah.
what? Yeah, what was the deadline actually?
18th.
18th, no? Yeah, we
Yes.
can discuss those doubts too. So
Okay.
yeah, send the screenshot of your doubts over the chat.
Okay, ma'am.
When will be starting week 4?
Sorry, what?
When will we be starting week 4?
Yeah, week 4. So for every week we have 3 sessions, right? So for every week we actually have 3 sessions. So first is your summary session, second is your doubt session, and third is the solve with us session. Right. So we have completed theory session for week 3. Today we are doing doubt session for week 3, and there is one more session on week 3 which is solve with us, which will it is on tomorrow, right? So on from next Tuesday, we will start week 4. Okay. So this is basically our Tuesday session. Then this is our Saturday session. This is our Sunday session. Right.
What is in the solve with us session?
So there you can attempt some of the new type of question or yeah, some other questions which are not there in EQ, PQ, something like that. Some new questions.
Is it compulsory to attend?
No, it's not compulsory at all. None of these sessions are compulsory. It's up to you. But it's better if you attend the live session or at least go through them, that what we have taught. Okay. So this is our first doubt. So I'll go one by one. Okay. So please be patient with your doubts.
Excuse me, ma'am, I have a little doubt that there is a weekly mock released for statistics, but there is nothing released for mathematics. So
Yeah, so we
there
will
be-
release a mock before quiz 1. So we actually have 2 mocks. One is based on week 1 and 2. Another one is from week 3 and 4. And one the overall mock. So we will release before quiz 1. We won't release weekly mocks actually in our course.
Okay.
Ma'am, can I completely rely on this live sessions instead of watching the recorded class?
Completely, which recorded sessions? The lectures?
Yes, ma'am.
No, you should go through the lectures first because we are also just summarizing the lectures, right? So
Okay, ma'am.
at least go through the lectures once.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so this is our first doubt by Amit. So I'll mute you guys. Okay, if you have, or else we can discuss the doubts. Okay, so I'll ask yes, Amit, what's your doubt in this question?
Yes, ma'am. That how to get the value of A over there.
Okay, so here choose the correct options about A with the help of the figure. Okay, so here the first option is obviously correct since it's an upward parabola, right? So since it's an upward parabola, the value of A is strictly greater than 0. But let's see if we can find out the value of A from the given options. Okay, so here option says that one root is minus 2 comma 0. So that means, right, so here there is one point which is over the parabola. So if you take x is equals to minus 2, you will get y is equals to 0. Right, so let's try to substitute it. So yeah, if you substitute, you will get 0, you won't get the value of A. So there is no sufficient information here so that we can find out the value of A.
And
Actually.
there is
Ma'am, but
not in standard form.
A is supposed to be less than 0, right? Because here
Yeah.
x into minus x would give you a minus x
Oh,
square.
okay. Sorry, we forgot about this bracket. I just look at the upward parabola. So yeah, so since y is equals to A of x plus 2 into x minus b, if you take here, you will be minus. Yeah, so first of all, you need to convert this into your standard form. So that will be minus of ax square and this minus of 2a, right? And then what do we have? We have, yeah, plus of ab also we have, and we have minus of 2ax. So the standard form is minus of ax square minus of 2ax and then minus of 2a plus ab. So this is the constant, this is the x term, and because of minus a, okay, so since it's an upward parabola, this minus a is greater than 0, so that means the value of a is less than 0. So yeah, this option is incorrect. This option is correct. Thank you. I actually forgot about this. Okay, so what was I saying?
Yes, ma'am, can I ask from practice assignment week 3?
Yeah, you can ask from practice assignment too. Whatever doubts you have, you can just take the screenshot and paste it over here, except week 3 graded assignment. Okay, and we prefer doubts from week 3 itself. But yeah, you can paste. So I can go.
Ma'am, is it only a
I
is
think
it
I think
Sorry,
this is still
just go
wrong.
one by one. Who's this? Yes, Krish.
No, I think this is still wrong.
This is still wrong means?
On the product, like it should be x square plus.
Yeah, this doesn't matter what is the calculation is. The ultimate thing is the coefficient of x square will be minus of a. And it's an upward parabola, so minus of a should be greater than 0. So that is a should be less than 0. That's the only logic we have to apply here. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's go to Hiba's doubt now.
ma'am, is it only a doubt session?
Yeah, this is only a doubt session.
Okay,
So,
ma'am, thanks.
okay, so here they are asking what should be added in p of x to make it perfect square. If p of x is equals to x square minus 12x plus 34. Okay, so see, first of all, whenever perfect square question is there, first of all, you have to look the coefficient of the term x. So what is x coefficient is minus 12. So minus 12 can be written as minus 2 into 6, right? So that means this is your b. So if you want to change this thing into a or x minus a or x plus a the whole square. Suppose I want to change that into some x minus alpha the whole square. Then this will be x square minus 2 alpha x plus alpha square type of thing. So here what should be the value of alpha? The alpha value should be 6. So yes, Hiba, what's your doubt in this question?
Yeah, 6, right? So I mean it's not 2.
Yeah. So that means you have to add 2. What should be added? So you have to add 2 to make it perfect square. So that is this 34 will become 36, which is 6 square. Right?
So that's the number we have to add.
Sorry, your voice is not clear. Let me just put my earphone first.
Okay, ma'am, understood.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
No, I mean I knew how to solve, but then I didn't understand how this 2 came. So the constant number we have to get some number to add to the constant to make it a perfect square. Right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so let's go to the next doubt.
Assignment question number 3.
Can you please share the screenshot?
I have already sent.
Yeah, I'll take one by one. Okay. I'll take this doubt. I'll take one by one. Okay, so this is another doubt we have. So choose the correct statement with respect to the sensitivity of the following equation. So yes, Amit, what's your doubt in this question?
That how we are going to identify the sensitivity. That
See.
it is basically the slope only.
Yeah, you can say the slope only, or the sensitivity means if you change the value of x, how the values of y is changing or how the function is changing. For example, if you compare these two numbers, so suppose one function is your y is equals to 10x square and another one is y is equals to 0.01 x square, right? So here, if you put the same value, so that is if you put x is equals to 2, what will be your output? Your output will be y is equals to 2 square, that is 4 into 10, 40, right? And here in this second equation, if you put x is equals to 2, right?
Mhm.
So you will get
Yes.
0.04, right? So here, yeah. So that's how you have to compute the sensitivity. Means ultimately the slope is only the sensitivity, but it's like what will be the values of x with respect to, so what will be the values of y with respect to values of x?
Okay.
And can you please
Basically,
explain this question
dash number.
again?
Yeah, I'll explain again. So here what they have asked about among these functions which are the most sensitive function. Okay, so sensitive means ultimately if you change the values of x within some fixed interval, how the values of y are changing. Okay, so here you can see if you put x is equals to 1 and x is equals to 2. So let's see what are the values we are getting with respect to these x values. If you consider 10x square function, then you are getting 40 here, and you are getting sorry. If you consider the function 10x square, then here you are getting 10 and here you are getting 40. Right? So there is 30, the change is 30. If you move from x is equals to 1 to x is equals to 2 with respect to this function 10x square. Let's go to the next function 0.01 x square. Here if you substitute x is equals to 1, you will get 0.01. And if you substitute x is equals to 2, you will get 0.04. Right? 2 square is equals to 4. 4 multiplied by 0.1, 0.04. So here what is the difference? Difference is 0.03. Right, so if you go through x square, you will get 1 here and you will get 2 square, which is 4. So here the difference is 3. And if you go along 5x square, here you will get 5 and here you will get 20. Right, because 2 square 4, 4 multiplied by 5 is 20. So that means here the difference is 15. So that means if you uniformly change the value of x, so that means if you move from x is equals to 1 to x is equals to 2, this function changing its value up to 30, right? So that means the values of y with respect to values of x is changing very sensitively, you can say, right?
So, ma'am, so it doesn't matter whether the graph is going up or down, is it? It's the slope that is that we are looking at here.
Yeah, so in these questions, actually it doesn't matter because all are going upward only. And also when you talk about sensitivity, it's better to check the upward graphs only, or I mean the same directions graph only.
So if there is a question where the sensitivity is like there's one which is looking down, negative value for y, and there is another one which is positive value of x, and it's not too much.
So in case of sensitivity, they should not ask such type of question because sensitivity is not a well-defined word for us, right? If we directly ask about slope, then it's okay. But for sensitivity, they will always give you the same set of expressions. So like this one, that all are having some similar type of graph so that you can easily figure out. Not positive, minus,
Sensitivity
and negative.
is for y, change in y with respect to x. So we will be saying like the most change in y with respect to x in the function 10x squared. So it is the most sensitive function.
Correct. That's the thing you have to check. Okay.
Ma'am, one more question. If someone could tell me where is this question from, because I never came across this in the week 3.
Activity question.
Okay, activity which AQ?
3.5. Yeah.
So AQ 3.5 they say. So in activity
Thank
also they have some I think I don't know, some people may get different activity set. So I think those kind of things are there. So this question is already discussed in today's TA session if I am not wrong. So let's see this one. Okay, so this is a question. Yes, what's your doubt in this question, Vaisavi? Can you unmute yourself?
Ma'am, I didn't understood how to solve that.
Okay, so see, let's see. So here it says that a civil engineer found that the durability D of the road, she is lying dependent on two factors y1 and y2 as follows. D is equals to alpha times of y1 and y2. Okay, so we are it's A is greater than 0. So functions y1 and y2 depend on the amount of plastic mix in bitumen, and their variations are also shown in the graph given below. So find the values of functions y1 and y2 such that durability of the road is maximum. Okay, so see here by the graph what you can figure out about the function y1 and y2. What are these y1 and y2 actually represents? Can you figure out what is the y1 and what is the y2? They're actually straight lines, right? Passing through 2 points. So y1 is actually the straight line passing through the point 0, 6 and 6, 0. And y2 is a straight line passing through the point 0, 1 and 7, 8. Right? So once you figure out what is y1 and y2, you can find out the function d. So d is actually a times y1 and y2, and it's given that the a is strictly greater than 0. Okay, so let's see what is y1. So y1 is a straight line passing through these 2 points. So we can easily find out what is the equation of y1. So we can find out the slope first. Slope says y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So here you can take any values to be x1, x2. So suppose this is your x1, y1, x2, y2. So 0 minus 6 will be minus 6 and 6 minus 0 will be 6. This is your slope. So that is slope is minus 1. And what is the y-intercept here? So y-intercept is the point where the line intersect y-axis. So here the y-intercept, so that is x is y-intercept is 6. So the equation of line y1 is equals to, actually y is equals to minus x plus 6. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Similarly, you can find out the equation of y2 too. So here for y2 also, I'll first compute the slope. So slope is y2 minus y1. So I can say that 8 minus 1 upon 7 minus 0. So that is 7 by 7. So slope is 1. Right? And the y-intercept is 1 given to us, right? So that is the equation of, so this is y1. So the equation of y2 is actually x plus 1. Okay, is that okay? Fine. Now,
Yeah.
once we have y1, y2, we can find out what is d. So d is actually a of y1 into y2. Now, what is asked to us, we have to find out values of function y1 and y2 such that the durability of the road is maximum. Okay. So durability is d and d is defined as a times y1 into y2. So that is a times y1 is your minus x plus 6 multiplied by x plus 1. Right. So this is your durability. So minus x plus 6 into x plus 1. So when the durability is maximum, so here you can solve the expression for d. So this is nothing but minus of ax plus 6a multiplied by this factor of x plus 1. So this is minus of ax square plus 6 of ax. Now minus of ax and plus 6a. So this is same as minus of ax square. Or else what we can do, we can go via the options too. Okay, so we have one more option which says that inadequate information about A. So let's solve this one. Plus, this is 6a of x minus of ax. A of x will give us 5a of x and plus 6. Right? So this is our parabola, and we know that maximum value of parabola lie over its vertex. Okay, so what is the vertex of this parabola? So vertex of this parabola, so x coordinate of vertex is given by minus b by 2a. Okay, so here this a and this a is different
5a
actually.
upon 1. 5a
Yeah,
upon 2.
so that is minus 5 upon 2 into minus a. And this is also a because this is the value of b, 5a. 5a is the
Minus
value of
2.5.
b and this is the value. Yeah, so this is actually 5 by 2. So that is the value of vertex, the value of x coordinate of vertex is actually 5 by 2. So now we have to figure out when x is equals to 5 by 2, what are the values of y1 and y2? Because when x is equals to 5 by 2, then we are attaining maximum values. So that means that x is equals to 5 by 2, whatever values of y1 and y2 will get,
8
those
by
will
2.
give us the maximum value. Right? Is that okay so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can find out y1. So y1 is what? Minus x plus 6. So it is minus 5 by 2 plus 6. That is minus 5 plus 12 by 2. That is
12 minus
7 by
5.
2. And y2 is actually equal to x plus 1 if I'm not wrong. Yeah, x plus 1. So that
8.
is 5 by 2 plus 1. So that is 7 by
7 by 2. Okay.
Yeah. Do we have
These
that
are
options? 7 by 2 and 7 by 2.
option 2. Yeah.
Is that okay for you, Vaisavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, I'll go to the next question.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Ma'am, that equation that d is equal to y1 into a into y1 into y2, that is a pair of straight line or parabola.
So see, if you multiply both equation, you will ultimately get a parabola.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, actually that graph that was given, that was a bit confusing.
Yeah,
So-
so they have given the equation of lines, graph of equation of lines, but they have also given you this relation that d is actually a equal to a into y1 and y2. So because of that, we end up with parabola.
ma'am. Ma'am, and the point that we got is that point of intersection.
X is equals to 5 by 2. I don't know about point of intersection because this point we got because we know that the vertex will give us the maximum value of parabola. So that's why we computed x coordinate and then substitute x values in y1 and y2. So I don't know about point of intersection.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So we have the next question is this one. So yes, Anish, what's your doubt in this question?
1200 is the answer over there.
Is it like, are we finding like the intersection point for P and that's how we find the answer? Or like, can you just show how to solve it?
Okay, yeah, sure. So here let's see what is the question is. So consider the scenario where a fighter jet MiG-21 flying at the height of 2000 meters. So see, the figure is telling us all the information. So here the height is 2800 meters. So if you are considering this to be your y-axis and x-axis, then the position of MiG-21 is 0, 2800. Right? Now what's the another thing? So from origin 0, 0, the air defense system S-400 is located at a distance of 400 from origin, right? So this location is 400, 0. Right? So the missile BrahMos is fired from MiG-21 towards the warship and it follows a straight line path. So it's already given that it's following a straight line path. The missile makes angle 45 degree measured in clockwise direction, right? So with the ground horizontal axis, if it hits the warship, the air defense system S-400 track the path of the missile and fires a missile triumph towards it. So if missile triumph also follows a straight line path having slope 2, okay, so the slope of this line is given to be 2. Let P be the point where the both intersect each other. So ultimately, you just have to find out the intersection of these two lines. What is the point of intersection? And the given information is this point passes through the point 0, 2800. And the slope is, so here, see, they have given that it's making angle with x-axis, 45 degree angle, but in clockwise direction. Okay, so we have this particular line. So it says that it is making the angle with x-axis with clockwise direction. So this is 45 degree. Now what we need to find out, we know that the slope is 10 of the angle. But if this angle is 45 degree, what will be the angle? What will be this angle? Can you guys tell me what will be this angle?
135.
Right, 135 degree. So you have to find out the slope will be. So here the slope will be tan of 135 degree. Right. So this is nothing but tan of 90 plus 45 degree.
45. Minus
So,
Minus
yeah,
1.
so this is minus of 1045. So that's equal to minus 1. So that means this MiG-21 is following the equation of line which has slope minus 1. This is the value of slope. And it intercept to the point 0, 2800. So this is your y-intercept, slope-intercept form. We can find out the equation of line. That is y is equals to minus x plus 2800. Right? So this is the equation of this particular line. Y is equals to minus x plus 2800. Similarly, you can find out the equation of the line follows by this S400 system, right? So there, that equation of line is given to be, slope is given to be 2, right? So for slope is, this is for S400 system. Slope is given to be 2. And we have x-intercept, which is 400, 0. So here, if you apply slope-intercept form, you will get y is equals to minus 2x plus c. C is y-intercept, which we don't know, but we can use this point. So it says that if you put x is equals to 400, the value of y to be 0. So that means 0 is equals to minus 2 bracket of 400 plus c, right? So this will imply c is nothing but 800, right? You can move this value over the left-hand side and you'll get c is equals to 800. So the equation of line over here is, so this equation of line is y is equals to, since the slope
Ma'am,
is
one
2.
second, I actually have a doubt.
Yeah.
Instead of the slope form, can we like use point slope form as well?
Yeah, you can also use
As in
point
like
slope
y
form.
minus y1.
Yeah,
That one
that's
is
also
that
correct. That's
also
also
will work.
yeah, that also work. Because if you use point slope form, it says that y minus y1 is equals to the slope bracket of x minus x1, right? So that will be y minus 0 and the slope is 2 and right 2 is the slope, right? Why I taken minus 2 here? Sorry. Slope is given to be 2, right? Yeah, slope is 2.
Yes, ma'am.
So this should not be minus. So
What is the angle 45? Matlab of which line it is?
so this angle is here it's given, right? So that the missile makes angle 45 degree. So missile launched by
It's
MiG-21.
actually negative 45.
Yeah, so this and they already mentioned that its angle made in clockwise direction, right? So here. So we know that whenever you want to compute the slope, the angle should make in counterclockwise direction, not in clockwise direction. Okay, so let me explain this once again. So what is happening? They have given that the missile is following this line, but this particular angle, so that is the angle between the x-axis and the missile is 45 degree clockwise, right? So if you
The
move
slope is
along
minus
clockwise, this the angle is 45 degree. But for slope, we need this particular angle. So this angle will be 180 degree minus 45 degree, which is 135 degree. So that's why we have taken slope to be equal to minus 1. Is that clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, yeah, here also we can use point slope form. Sorry, I have taken minus 2, but the slope is 2 actually. So the value of C you will get minus of 800. You can also use point slope form, that is x minus now 400. So which will again give you y is equals to 2x minus of 800. Right, similar as here also. Y is equals to 2x minus of 800. Now what you need to find out, so here the question asks, if the speed of this missile is this thing, then what should be the speed of Triumph missile so that it should hit. Okay, so speed of the missile is given to us. Okay, so that means what should be the speed of the missile? So why they have given the speed of missile? So let P be the point where both missiles hit each other.
No, we can just find the equation of the line and just put y equals to 0 and then we can find x.
Sorry, what?
We can just find the equation of the line and then we can put y equals to 0.
Equated is equal to 0. So that means point of
Why-
intersection P, right?
No, that will mean the intersection where the missile will hit the washer.
Yeah. No, that will be the if you substitute. Okay, so see, we have two equations. So one is equation is y is equals to what we have got minus x plus 2800. Another equation is y is equals to 2x minus 800. Okay, so the intersection point of these two equations is actually the coordinate of point P. So this much we know from our question, right? That means if you find out the intersection point, intersection value, that will be your coordinate P. But what is the another thing we need to check? Okay, so here what they say, if the speed of this missile is 96 under the root of 10 minute per second, then what should be the speed of Triumph missile so that it should hit the given missile? Okay, so I think here we need to consider the slope of both lines, or else we can okay, see,
The
it's
slope of the S400 missile is given it, that is 2. We already have the point. We can use slope point from, we get that equation.
yeah, we
Now-
got that equation, right? Using
now
slope.
Yes, and now we know the slope of the missile from MiG-21. That is also -1. And we'll have
Yeah.
that point also, 0.2800. So we will just make the equation and simultaneously solve it.
Yeah, so that
Then
will
we
give
can
us the
form the
equation of point P, right?
yeah.
So that much we can find out that what is the what are the points P.
Yes.
That will
yes.
easily. But what is this question says? That if the speed of this missile is this, and what should be the trim of missile speed?
Ma'am, the time taken by both
The
missile
distance.
would
No,
be
no, no,
same.
no. No. Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Distance equal to speed into time.
Okay.
Like
So yeah.
suppose the distance bit from point 0,2800 to P is A. I'm supposing. Let that distance be A. Now
Yeah.
the distance between 420,0 and P is B. Now the distance is the same. So distance equals to speed into time. Now speed is given. Let time be my time should be same. So time equals to distance by sorry.
Yeah, it's not that.
Time equals to speed by distance. Now I have both the distances. I have the speed, and I just need to calculate the other time. That's it.
What should be the speed of this missile so that it should hit at the point P? Okay, so what are the equations we have? We have located at distance 400 meters from origin.
Or we can just differentiate it. We can just differentiate.
Obviously, differentiation will give
420,0.
us, that will give you us, I mean, it will easily calculate the distance, but the thing is, we haven't read the differentiation yet, right? Otherwise, speed is just the differentiation of the function, so we have that. But here, the speed is actually slope for us. So if the speed of this missile is this much, so it's actually denoting the slope for us. Because what is the speed? Speed is, as you guys say, change in distance upon change in time, right? So if we have the formula, if we have the equations for distance, then we can treat the slope as the what you can say speed of the missile. Okay, so that means here in this thing they have said that if the speed of this missile is actually 96 root 10 meter per second, so you can consider this to be the slope of this particular line. Are you getting my point? Because what is slope? Slope is change in value of y, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So here they have mentioned that located at the distance. So because of the distance and time only, we are calculating the values. So
How
yeah,
can
so
we assume that that's a slope?
Ma'am, there's an
It is
easier
slope.
method. There's an easier method that someone just said this that time is same. That's correct because when the missile of MiG-21 is being fired at the same time S-400 is being fired, Triumph is being fired. So we know speed equals to distance by time, then time equals to distance by speed. Now, if we equate both the time, as I said, let the distance from MiG-21 to P be A and S-400 to P be B. So A by S1 is the speed given, which is 96.10 equals to B, that is the distance between S400 and P, divided by S2. S2 is the speed which we need to find. That would be easy.
yeah, what you are saying, that's also correct. So let me try this.
And using equation MiG-21 and S-400, we can find point P coordinates and
Yeah, point P
equate
coordinates we
distance.
can easily find, just to equate it, and then we can find out. The coordinate of point, I think we'll get x is equals to 1200 and something like this we get. So
From there, we can get distance A and B.
Okay. Sorry. Got it now, actually. So first of all, we will calculate the distance between the point A and point P, and then we will calculate the distance from the launch point, that is 400,0 to the point P. So this is our distance. Now from the distance and the given speed, we can calculate which time it will attack that. Okay. Now I got this, what you guys are saying. So that's it. So see, we have both equations. We have this equation and this equation. Now what we need to do, first of all, we will find out the coordinate of point P. So what is a point P? Point P is the intersection of both lines. So if we just equate it, it will get minus x plus 2800 is equals to 2x minus of 800. So you can solve it. It will become 2x plus x is equals to 2800 plus 800. So this will give us the 3600. And here you will get 3x, right? So easily x is nothing but 1200. So the coordinate x coordinate of point P is actually 1200. And similarly, y coordinate also you can find out just by substituting any of one of the equations. So I'll use the first one. So it says that y will be minus of 1200 plus 2800, which is 1600, right? So here the coordinate of this point P is actually 1200, 1600. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. 1600 is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. So what we will do, 1600 is correct now because minus
Yes,
x
ma'am.
plus 2800. So yeah. So these are the coordinates of point P. But what is this question says we need to find out what will be the speed of this that missile to hit at the same point. So actually what is happening? First of all, we will calculate that if we follow this particular given speed, then at which time this particular missile, this what they call BrahMos missile reach at point P. So first we will calculate that time, and then using that time and distance, we will calculate the speed of the missile. Okay.
We don't even need to calculate the time.
Sorry, what?
We don't even need to calculate the time. We just need to calculate the distance between.
Yeah, you can also. That's also you can see. That's also correct because but we need the time, right? Because ultimately.
We don't need the time. We just need the distance.
Okay, so first of all, let's consider the distance AP. So what is the distance AP? So it you can calculate it by just using the distance formula. So here the coordinates of point A is 0, 2800, right? So 1200 minus 0 square will get you 1200 square plus of 1600 minus 1800 will again give you 1200, right? Am I right? Because yeah. So ultimately, this will be your distance AP. So what is this distance? Can you guys think? It will be 144. So we can take common 100 from both of the things and we can take common of 10.
It will be 1200.
Right, so 10 is there, and then under the root of what we have 144 plus 144, which is 288. Yeah. Yeah, 1200 square is there, so we'll take common 100.
We just take, we will take the entire 1200 out. And,
yeah, that's also we can do, right? And it will be root 2.
Yes.
So we can take under the root of 1200 square, you can take common from both term, 1 plus 1 will be there. So this will be 1200 of root 2, right? So this will be your distance EP. Now this is the distance this particular missile travel with the speed of 96 into root 10. So I was thinking about computing the time. So time will be here simply 1200 root 2 by 96 into root 10. This will be our time to reach at point P. Right. Now at the same time, we can also we have to travel this particular distance too. So suppose this is this coordinate is M. So you can calculate the distance MP, where the coordinate of point M is 400, 0, right? So this distance will be under the root of 1200 minus 400, that is 800 square, and plus of 1600 square. But again, we can take common 800 and then we can pull out of the square. So 800 will be there. So here you'll get 1 plus 1600 is there. This can be written as 800 into 2. And you have taken common 800. You are left with 2 square, which is 4. So this distance will be 800 root 4 MP. Right. So now we are to calculate the speed. So here the speed is actually distance, which is 800.
800. Ma'am, root 5.
Root 5. Okay.
2.2.
Root 5
yes.
upon the same time.
2.2.
Right. So we have to take this same time. We have to take this particular time. 1200 root 2 upon 9600 upon root 10. That will be our speed, whatever speed we required. Is it okay? So we can just cross multiply it by 96 into root 10. So we can say that here this root 2 will cancel out root 10. Here you'll get root 5. Root 5 and 5 will give you 5 multiplied by 2 zeros are cancel out. 8 multiplied by 96 by 12. Right. So this
54
is
into 5.
8 times.
54 into 5.
Right. 64 into 5. So it will be
320.
32. Right. So this should be your speed. Am I correct? So that's how we have to calculate actually. I was talking about this question. If the speed of this is given, then is that okay now?
I'm understood. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
So actually,
can you explain again, ma'am? From starting, ma'am. What happened?
yeah.
Okay.
So what we have done, first of all, we know the equation of these both of the lines, right? We know the equation of this line. We know the equation followed by the missile trim, right? Now what we have to figure out in this question that if this missile, BrahMos missile followed the speed of 96 into root 10 minute per second, then what should be the speed of TRIMF missile to hit the point P, right? Or to hit this particular missile. So first of all, what we have done, we have find out the intersection point, coordinate of intersection point, that are 1200 and 1600 just by equating the two equations. Now what we are calculating, so first we will calculate the time which can be taken by this particular missile to reach at point P. So time we will calculate, since the speed is given to us, so we just use the formula speed is distance by time. So speed is given to us, distance we can calculate the distance of A and B. So using this, we calculate the time at which time this particular missile reach at point P, right? So then by using the same time, we calculate the speed of TRIMF missile, that if we have this particular distance and I want to reach at point P about this particular time, then what should be our speed? So that formula we have used and we got our speed to be equal to 320 minute per second, I guess. Okay, is that clear now?
Ma'am, according to the question, it says 45 degree when you look at it clockwise, right?
Yeah, clockwise. So that means this is the angle which is 45 degree.
So if that is 45 degree, then the warship is also at 2800 meters from origin, right?
Why is that actually?
It's 10:45.
Yeah, 1045 is one, but what do you guys say? The slope is calculated by counterclockwise direction.
No, the
so
opposite angle is also 45. The
Yeah,
warship
opposite angle is also 45,
yeah.
which means the MiG-21 and the warship are both at 2800. MiG-21 is at 02800. Warship is at 28000.
Yeah, that's correct actually. Because see, the equation followed by this particular line is minus x plus 2800. So if you put x is equals to 0, you will get y is equals to 2800. If you put y is equals to 0, you will get x is equals to 2800 too. So yes, both are at of the distance 2800. That's correct.
Ma'am, the angle 45 is the angle of that BrahMos from the origin or from when it arrives at the warships?
From the origin also. From the origin means?
Not from the origin, that migration 21 point. From that is 45 or it's warships? From that.
So it says that angle made with the horizontal or ground. See, here they have mentioned that the missile makes an angle 45 degree measured in clockwise direction with the ground horizontal axis, right? If it hits the warship. So that means this is the angle with the ground horizontal axis, right? Okay. And we can move to.
The assignment 2, question number 11.
Yeah. Question number 11. I got one SSC question, so first discuss that. Is this okay? You guys can try this question and we can also discuss in the next session. So they use the speed and distance time thing. So it's okay.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So what we have done in this question is, see, this is the scenario we have. We have this particular ground, we have x-axis, here is your MiG-21 and started launching one missile and it hit some warship here, right? Now we have a defense system which launches missile from this position. Now what we want to find out is if this particular missile follows the speed of some 96 into root 10 minute per second, then what should be the speed of defense missile launched by the defense system is. Okay, so for that, first of all, we have the equation for both lines. The equation of this line we can calculate just by using the y-intercept and the given slope is, and they have said that the angle between the path followed by the missile with the horizontal or ground is 45 degree clockwise. So this angle is given to be 45 degrees. So that's why the counterclockwise angle will be 135 degree and the slope can be calculated by 10 of 135 degree, which is minus. So this is the equation followed by the missile from MiG-21. Similarly, we can calculate the equation followed by our system S400. Right? So this is S400. So you can calculate the equation of this line too. It's given that the position is 400, 0 and the slope is 2. So using slope intercept form or any other form, you can calculate the equation. And you can find out the coordinate of point P where these both lines intersect each other. So after calculating the coordinates of point P, we actually need to calculate the speed of the missile launched by the system S400 so that it can hit the missile launched by MiG-21 at the point P. So for that, we uses the formula speed is equals to distance by time. So first of all, what we calculate? First, we will calculate time taken by the missile launched from MiG-21 to reach at point P. Right. So first of all, we have calculate this time, and then we will say that since at this time, this particular missile which are launched by the MiG-21 is reaching point P, at the same time, the missile launched by the system 400 should reach, right? So we uses the same time, and then we have calculate the speed of missile launched by the system S400. So that speed will be the distance. Now here the distance will be this particular distance. Suppose this point is M. So here the distance will be the distance MP upon the same time T. So that's why the time is same. And then we can find out the speed. So that's what we have done. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Right. Now we have another question related to SSC. See, if you guys have question, please send in the chat box because then only I can take, and there are 58 messages. So let's see. Okay, so this is SSC question and it's a graded GA2 question. So what's your doubt in this question? I think we just have to calculate the SSC, right?
First of all, I want to know what is SSC. I am not clear in this concept. And then how to calculate this.
See, have you attended the last lecture? Because in last lecture, we have discussed SSC in detail, I guess. So what is SSC? SSC is actually a method to compute an error between your data set and the expression given to you. So here, see, this is your data set, this is your data table, and this is your expression. So what we need to find out in any practical experiment, we want an expression which closely justify our data, right? So if you assume some expression and if you have some data set, you also want to know that what are the errors we are making if you consider this expression related to your data. And for computing that error, SSC is just a method. So SSC gives a formula to compute the error between these two things. So you have a formula, you can easily compute. So if you are not clear, you can go and check the previous videos, right? So in that we have discussed SSC in very detail. Okay, just apply the formula. There's nothing in this question. That's why I'm saying. Okay. So we'll go to the next question.
The given in graded assignment 2, the question, the MiG-21 speed is not given in my assignment.
Yeah, so
it's 96 root 10. तो मैम मेरा आंसर भी गलत हो गया तो मैम एरर मैम एक्चुअली क्वेश्चन समझ नहीं आया पूरी तरीके से तो मैम ऐसे ही क्वेश्चन आएंगे एग्जाम
नहीं ऐसे नहीं आएंगे because see here we are using something else which are not in our syllabus, right? Speed is equals to, although it's a trivial thing, but since we haven't taught
common
it,
but it's yes ma'am इट्स एक्चुअली कॉमन प्रॉब्लम बट मैम बहुत टिपिकल हो जाता है ऐसे क्वेश्चन काफी सारा लेंथी सिलेबस है मैम
Yeah, so we won't ask such type of question.
okay
This question was easy.
Yeah, it's easy, although it's not that tough, but yeah,
yes ma'am
since
but
little
thinking
bit
is
of
because
thoda sa border
out of syllabus actually
listen. Because we also want to be at safe side. So it's not like people will complain that you have given out of syllabus question. But okay, it's a good question. You should, that's why this type of questions are there in your activity and practice. Because for
Yes,
solving
ma'am.
activity practice, you have a lot of time, right?
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
easily
Actually,
sit and think.
yes, ma'am. Actually, it is happening. It's a real problem. Like S400 is,
Okay. So a mobile company wants to launch its new model in collaboration with a network provided named Astron to attract more customers. Okay, so what's your doubt in this question, Anish? Okay, so option 1, mobile and 1 year. Okay, so there are 2 network providers. How much will he save per year if he chooses the best option to buy the mobile compared to the collaborator offer given by the company? Okay.
Here is not given options.
Sorry?
I think the answer was 8,000 or something.
Okay, so let's see.
Like how to solve this question.
So the following are 2 options the mobile company gives to buy mobile. So option 1 is mobile and 1 year Astron network cost, which is 34,000 rupees. Networks offer unlimited calls for 1 year. Option 2 is only mobile cost 22,000 rupees. Now Lalit wants to buy this new model mobile. Lalit needs only 200 minute per month. So there are 2 network provider in the country. So network provider are 2, fixed charge per month is this, and per minute charge is this. Okay. So now how much will he save per year if he chooses the best option to buy the mobile compared to collaborative offer given by the company? Okay, so if he choose option 1, then what will be the cost? So let's see. So mobile and 1 year of Astron network cost 34,000 rupees. Okay. Okay, so if we select option 1, the cost is 34,000, right? So only mobile cost 22,000 rupees. So if we select option 1, it will cost 34,000 with the what we say recharge. And then if we select option 2, then 22,000 per this 2 into 200 we have to do, right? Which is 22,000 plus of 400, which is 22,400. That will be the cost if we choose the mobile phone plus this particular network. And if we choose this particular network, then 22,000 plus 0.5 into 200. Right?
How 400?
See, per minute charge is 2 and he needs only 200 minutes per month.
There's a fixed charge also.
Yeah. Oh, this is a fixed charge also. So this charge you need to pay also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is 400 also we have to add. Copy this one.
So it will be 20,000.
Yeah. So it will be oh, so this is monthly cost. We have to expect the yearly cost, right? So that will be equal to 28,000. And if we select the other network, then the monthly cost will be 0.2 in plus 200. So that will be 300. So yearly cost will be 36,000. So okay. So what is happening here is my screen is visible, right? So see, what does this question says? It says that if he buys this mobile plus a fixed cost plan, then the price is 34,000, right? But he have another option that he can buy a mobile with 20. My screen is visible. Is there any lag or fluctuation?
No,
I
ma'am.
hope not. Fine. Yeah, so the second option is he can buy the mobile in 22,000 and then get a subscription based on the network provider. Okay, so here mobile charge is there. So suppose option 2 is if you're following, then mobile charge is there, which is 22,000. And if we select the first provider, then first of all he have to pay some fixed charge, which is 100. So monthly charge we can calculate, right? Monthly charge is actually 100 plus 2 into 200 because he needs only 200 minutes per month. So if the charge is per minute charge is 2, then 200 minutes charge will be 2 into 200. So here the monthly expansion is 500, right? So now how much will he save per year we need to calculate. So that means for a month he has to spend 500 rupees for the recharge. So his mobile is of 2200. This is monthly, right? So what will be the yearly cost? Yearly cost will be 500 multiplied by 12, which is 6,000, right? So his mobile charge is 22,000 plus 6,000 is now recharge. So that means yearly the cost of the mobile is 22 plus 6, that is 2,800 he has to pay if we are using the first network, right? And the second thing is if he use the second network, what will be the monthly expansion? So here the fixed charge is 200 and the per minute charge is 0.5. So 0.5 into 200. So that will be equal to 200 plus 0.5. You can calculate 5 by 10 into 200 you can do. So this will be our 100, right? So 300 is the monthly charge if he uses the second network, right? So if 300 is monthly, then again what will be the yearly cost he have to pay if he uses the second network? So that is 300 multiplied by 12, right? Because of the 12 months. So here you will get 3,600 will be your yearly cost if he uses the second network provider, if he take the recharge from the second network provider, right? So now what will be the total cost if he uses the second network provider? This is by the first network provider. The second network provider says 22,000 is your mobile cost plus with 3,600, right? So what will be that? This will be 600, 600, right? So this is the second options, the second provider. So initially, if he buys mobile with the given charge, then the cost is 34,000. But now he can pick among two of the network provider, and the less amount he have to pay using the second network provider, right? So that means he will choose the second option, which is 25,600. So how much he will save, right? So per yearly he can save that 34,000 minus of 25,600, right? So this will be 400 and then 33 is there, so 8,400, I guess, right? So he will save 8,400 if he choose the correct option.
Can you just summarize what you just did?
Yeah,
Like
so
quickly.
see.
Okay, like what?
So see, actually one person is there and he has two options. So one option is actually he has three options. So one option is he can buy a mobile. So this is his first option, option number A. He can buy a mobile plus recharge, and that cost him 34,000. 34,000? Yeah, 34,000. Right. He has another option that he can buy just a mobile phone with the price of 22,000, and then he has two options to choose its network provider. If he choose the first network provider, that first network provider has a fixed charge per monthly. Okay, so per month first we will calculate. So per month that network provider will charge 100 rupees is the fixed charge and 2 rupees per minute, and he wants 200 minutes recharge. So that is 2 into 200. So here 500 will be the monthly expenditure if we take the first network provider. So 500 is, if it's the monthly 500, then what will be yearly? So yearly this will cost 6,000 to him. So if he buys a mobile with this particular recharge, what will be the cost he have to pay? What are the money he have to pay? Is 22,000 plus 6,000, which is our 28,000. But he has another option that he can just buy a mobile with 22,000 and take a recharge from other network provider. And that network provider is costing is 200 fixed monthly charge and 2 into 0.5 per minute. This is your 300. So if 300 is monthly, then what will be the 12 months price? So 12 into 300, that is your 36.
0.5 into 200, है ना?
Yeah, 0.5. Sorry. Yeah, 0.5 into 200. Okay, so that means he has to pay 3,600 per month. If he choose, 3,600 per year. If he choose the second network provider. So that means now he has three choices. One is he can just buy a mobile with a recharge that will cost him 34,000. He can buy a mobile with one network provider that will cost us 28,000. And he can buy a mobile with another network provider, which is cost very less, which is 25,600. Right? Now the question says, how much will he save per year if he choose the best option to buy the mobile compared to the collaborated offer given by the company? So that means if he choose this option number 1, so in place of option number 1, if he choose this particular option which is costing only 25,600, what will be the profit he will make? Right? So that profit will be just 34,000 minus of 25,600. Right? So you can find out the profit of 8,400. This will be the profit he will make if he choose the last option, right? That buy a mobile with a lesser amount of network provider. Is that okay now?
And what is
Yes,
34,000
ma'am,
over here?
understood. Thank you.
Yeah, 34,000 is the original option, the first option. So that's why they have given here that if he chooses the best option, what will be the best option? Best option will be buy a phone and choose the network provider by this company. Porton, what is that? Yeah, that will be his best option. So if he choose best option, compare best option to buy a mobile, then he can save 8,400 in this thing, right?
Got it.
Okay. Yeah, this is purely logical question. There is nothing equation of line and all those things. Okay, I'll go to next question. There are 60 messages now. So just be patient with your... So we have discussed this question already. I have given you the hint of the question now. So yes, sir. Raghuvansh Mehta, this is your question, right? I'll go just paste it. See, we already have discussed this question in the last lecture, but see, what you have to do is you just have to figure out if you have chosen the values of x and y respectively, what will be the slope, right? Slope obtained by the straight line, slope obtained by the straight line. If the graph between q on the y-axis and root del h on x-axis and root del h on y-axis, q on x-axis. You just have to interpret it quickly so that you can see which of those persons are actually correct. Okay, so I have discussed this. It's not difficult question, it's just logical. Okay, I hope that's clear. Yes, Varun, we have discussed this question too. The civil ground question.
Ma'am, this question is from which part? Is it like activity
This
question?
is, I guess, week 1 question, maybe week 1 or week 2 question.
Graded.
Can you
Because
solve
I don't think I have got this
assignment
question.
Sorry, Anish, what?
Because I don't think I have, went through this question.
Oh yeah, it's a week 2 question, I
It was
guess.
a graded assignment.
Graded assignment. It's a graded assignment question, right. So see, I have given you the hint of this question. I remember that. So here what is happening? One person is treating q on y-axis under the root of del h on x-axis. So if you do that, you will get the equation y is equals to cd upon root of 1 minus beta to the power 4 root 2g into x. Right? So it's like y is equals to mx kind of thing. So whatever thing is here, that's your slope. Right? And which is same as this number. So that means this person is correct. Ramesh is correct. And the other one is treating q as y, q as x, and root del h as y. So if you think from the Suresh point of view, you will get x is equals to cd of root 1 minus beta to the power 4 root 2g into root del h, which is your y. So here the slope will be y is equals to, now I have to change. That is root of 1 minus beta to the power 4 upon cd root 2g. Now this will be your slope, which is again correct, right? So 1 minus beta to the power 4 cd root 2g. So who is are actually correct? So both are actually correct. Okay. Let's go to the next question. So here Mr. Mehta has two sons. Both sons send money to their father each monthly separately as M1 and M2. Okay, respectively. If X denotes the month, then choose the curve which best represent the total amount received by Mr. Mehta every month. Okay, so what is the total amount? Total amount P of X will be M1 of X plus M2 of X. Correct? This will be your total amount. What you need to do, you just have to add both parabolas, x minus 2 the whole square plus of x plus 2 the whole square. So if you compute it, you'll get x square plus 4 minus 2x plus x square plus 4 plus 2x. So you'll get x square plus 8. Right? So you just have to figure out what is the parabola given in the option. So x square plus 8 is the parabola. Then what are the roots? Roots are plus or minus 2. Right? So here you can see x square plus 8 is equals to 0 will imply x square is equals to 8. Yeah, you have to figure it out. It's not plus or minus 2. It will be something else. So you can find out which figure represent this particular parabola. You can say that just by the vertex or the root. So here, this obviously the first one is not the answer because here the root is x is equals to 2. But at 2, the parabola is not becoming 0. So it's not the root. So what's your doubt in this question? Who sent this? Nisha. Nisha, are you here? Okay, I think no. Is that if this question is clear to everyone? It's an easy one though.
I think it's like 2x squared plus 8. Because like x squared
Yeah,
plus
2x
x
square
squared.
plus 8. 2x square plus 8. Right. X square, 2x square plus 8.
Sorry, I was unable to unmute. So,
Okay.
yeah. Identifying px was a struggle, but you are saying it is just addition will give a px.
Yeah, because see, but what is the px? Okay, so received total money, right? Total amount received by Mr. Mehta. So if someone is sending M1 amount, another one is sending M2, so their addition will be your px, right?
Yeah.
Addition of those.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go to the next question. So f1 of x is equals to x square minus 25. Let A be the set of all points inside the region bounded by the curve f1 of x and its reflection f2 of x with respect to x-axis. Okay. So including the points on the curve. So choose the correct option. Cardinality of A is 2. Blah. So we have to first of all figure out what is the region enclosed by f1 and f2. So Varun, have you done this question?
Yes, ma'am, but I have a doubt in option C and D.
Okay, so let's see. So this is our parabola f1 of x is x square minus 25. Right. So it's a you can see that this is a parabola which okay, so let's figure it out. What is this parabola? So it's you guys know how to scale any graph, right? So for example, if you have the graph of x square and if you want to find out the graph of x square minus 25, you just have to push that graph 25 units downward to find that graph. Okay, so it's something like this. So if this is the graph of x square, if this is the graph of y is equals to x square, and from this graph, if you want to go to the graph of y is equals to x square minus 25, so you have to push this graph 25 units downward over the y-axis to get the graph of x square minus 25. That's the scaling. Okay, so I hope that's correct. That's fine too. Okay, so the graph of this curve will be like something like this. And this point will be your y-intercept, which is 0, minus 25. Now we have to reflect this graph over the x-axis. So whenever you have to reflect the graph over the x-axis, the point will change. For example, the minus values goes to plus value. So if you reflect, suppose you have placed a mirror, can you please mute yourself? Okay, so if you place a mirror over x-axis and reflect this graph, then the reflection of this graph will be like this. Sorry, this will intersect at one single point. Okay, and the point of here will be 0, 25. This is the reflection, and that's your f2 of x. So expression of f2 of x you can easily figure out, since the y-intercept is 0, 25. The roots are same, so by using that thing you can figure out that the equation of f2 is actually x square plus so minus of x square plus 25. Right? Or there is one more rule when you have to reflect over x-axis or reflect over y-axis, you have to change the point accordingly. So at the end, I can go to Desmos and tell you guys what are the rules, are basic rules related to any graphs. Okay. So the equation of f2 will be minus of x square plus 25. This you can find out by finding the roots. So you know that when you reflect over x-axis, root won't change. So you can find out what are those values, and you can find out the value of a2 based on the things. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Is that okay? The f1 and f2 expression?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now what is A? A with the set of all points inside the region bounded by the curve f1 and f2. Okay, with respect to axis. So cardinality of A is 2. So that's not correct, right? Because if A be the set of all points inside the region by the curves, right? So if this is the region A, so obviously there are infinitely many points, so obviously A is not equal to 2. Cardinality of A is 4. That's not true too. This question is complete, right? Is there any restriction over the set A belongs to integer or something like that? Okay, so assume not. So y coordinate of so y coordinates of the points in a set A belong to the interval open interval minus 25 to 25. So you can also take close. There is nothing about open. So y coordinate of point belong to that. This is true because we have reached the point minus 25 and 25.
Ma'am, but in question they are mentioned excluding the points on the curve.
Region. Sorry, what? Yeah, okay. With respect to x-axis, excluding the point on the curve. Okay, so if we are excluding the point, then we have to exclude minus 25 and 25. Yeah, excluding the points on the curve, if we are mentioning, then this is correct and this is not correct. The x-coordinate of the points in the set A belong to the interval. So we can find out x-coordinate. What are the x-coordinate? They are the roots of the parabola. So that is x square is equals to 25. Right, x square minus 25 is equals to 0. So x square is equals to 25. X is equals to plus minus 5. Right. So here this point is minus 5. This point is 5. So again, since we are excluding, so we won't contain minus 5 and 5. So that's why this option is incorrect. X-coordinate of the points in set A will be all real numbers because f1 is a quadratic function. X-coordinates of the point A. Yeah, obviously. So why this is not, this is also true, right? Okay. Is that fine? Any doubt in this question?
How last option would be correct?
X-coordinate of the point in set A will be all real number because f1 is a quadratic function. So here, because f1 is a quadratic function, this is actually not true because ultimately we are talking about the region. So this reason may not true because of f1 is a quadratic function. No matter what f1 will take, if we are taking the region in a plane, all x-coordinate should be real, right? So because of that, it might be correct, but this is ambiguous option, right? So
But
what they
with
have
respect
given?
to x-axis, we are considering the points between minus 5 to 5.
Yeah, so all are real,
Okay.
right? Imaginary point doesn't make sense if you are taking any subset, any region. So in a plane, suppose this is your plane, and if I draw any region, no matter what region I'll draw, the inside points are always real, or whatever x coordinate those points will take, those are always real. There is no way we can get a complex, we can get a hollow region if we are talking about a plane, right? Are you guys getting my point? This option may be incorrect because of this line, but I don't know what they have given. Is this correct or not correct? The last option?
They have not mentioned the last option, the solution.
Okay. Yeah, because this reason actually just does not justify that why the all points are real. Eventually all points are real, no matter what f1 you will take, quadratic, anything you will take, all points will be real. But let's see. So shall we move to the next question? Is that okay? Copy the next. Okay, so here is our next question. So it says that a rock is thrown in a pond and creates circular ripples whose radius increase at rate of 0.2 meter per second. Now, what is that? What will be the value of pi by a, where a is the area in square meter of the circle after 5 seconds? Okay, so we know that how to calculate the area of a circle. So we have a precise area of circle is given by a is equals to pi r square. But the time is given to be 5 seconds. So if the radius increased 0.2 meter per second, then after 5 seconds, what will be the radius? That's what we need to figure out. Okay, so if the increase if the rate of increase is 0.2, then we have to just multiply it by 5. That will be your radius. So that is the radius at or after 5 seconds is actually 5 into 0.2. So 5 into 0.2 is 1, right? 1.0, so which is actually 1. So that is after 5 seconds, the radius of circle will become 1. So area will become pi. So area A is actually pi, and they want us to find the value of A by pi. So A by pi is pi by pi, which is equal to 1. Okay, so what's the doubt in this question, Tiansha? Is that okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now we have the second question. This. Okay, so what's your doubt in this question? So a football player kicks a football from the ground. So the path of the football can be modeled by the function h of x is equals to minus 125 x square plus 20, where x is the horizontal distance, h of x is the height of the football above the ground. When both are measured in feet, another player jumps and takes a header when the slope of the function h of x is minus 0.64. Choose the correct option. Yeah, so what's your doubt in this question?
I didn't understand how to do this.
Yeah, so
You
it's again. Yeah. So you hear what is happening. So a football player kicks a football from the ground. So suppose this is the ground, and here is one player standing, and he kicks the football from the ground. And this football is actually following the path followed by the function h of x is equals to minus 125 x square plus 20. Now what happened in between? One person jump and hit the football and take a header to the football. What is that? Here. So another player jumps and takes header when the slope of the function h of x is equals to minus 0.64. So that means when the slope becomes this, that function, that person jumps from the ground and take the header. Okay, but at what time? When the slope becomes 0.64 minus 0.64. So now what we need to do, we need to first of all find the position of that person when the slope, so we need to find the value of x where the slope become minus 0.64. Okay, so if your h of x is given to be, because that's how it's given, it says that another person jumps and take the header when the slope of the function is equals to minus 0.64. So first of all, we need to figure out where this second person is standing. Right, so h of x is given to be minus 125, minus 1 by 125 of x square plus 20. So here the slope is at any point of any quadratic function, the slope is given by 2ax plus b. Okay, so here 2ax plus b, if you calculate, then the value of a is, so 2 into minus of 1 by 125. And we need to find out the value of x because slope is given to us, slope is given to be minus 0.64 to us. We need to find the value of x. And here plus b. So b is nothing here because there is no x coefficient. B is the coefficient of x, a is the coefficient of x square. So here b is 0. So that is minus 2 into 125 of x. So now we need to find out that value of x where it becomes minus 0.64. So x is actually minus 0.64 multiplied by 125 by minus 2. And I just taken this 2 by 125 over the right hand side. Okay. So here the value of x is, you can calculate 64 by 100, you can say, and 125 by 2, right? So you can divide this by 32 and then we can multiply by 125. So x is equals to 32 multiplied by 125 we have to do. So can you guys tell me what is 35 into 125? Sorry. 32, 125, 400, they say. Am I doing something wrong? So here x
Answer
value
is
is 40.
40.
Yeah. So that means this person is standing at x is equals to 40 when he takes the header. I hope I have done all calculation right. Let's recheck again. So 2ax plus b is 0, to a value is minus 125. So I hope it's correct. Okay. Now what they have asked that the maximum height reached by the player's head to take the header is 7.2 feet. Now we just have to calculate the height. So at x is equals to 40, what will be the height? So the maximum height taken by the player. So since he is taking the header, we have to find out the maximum height according to the function h of x. So we'll just find out what is h of 40 now. That will be our maximum height taken by the player. Okay. So if x is equals to 40, then what is h of 40? H of 40 is minus 1 upon 125, 40 square plus 20. So that is minus 40 multiplied by 40 by 125 plus 20. So we have here that 400 divided by 125 is 3.2. So minus 3.2 plus 20. So it's minus 20. So it's minus 16.8. So it is 16.8. So this will be the height when this person, so this height is 16.8. Okay. Am I right or we have missed something? Because I think the correct answer is 9.2 or something maybe. Okay, so at x is equals to 40, we'll get the height to be 16.8. Okay, so I think because based on the calculation, the maximum height reached by the player's head should be 16.8, and here they given to be 7.2 feet and 9.2 feet. In the first option, 7.2 feet, 9.2 feet, which is not correct, right? 20 maximum height achieved by the ball, that is the maximum height of the function h of x. So that you have to calculate just by finding the vertex and then the maximum height. So this option you can calculate. But for these two options, the height is 16.8 as per our calculation. So we can figure it out. So is that clear? How we need to find out?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
can you tell me the options? Can you tell me the answer?
Just
Because
a
as
second.
second and third.
Correct answer is 7.2 and 20 they are providing.
20 you can calculate just the maximum height achieved by the function. So just compute the vertex and then find the vertex y coordinate. That will be your answer for this one. But for 7.2 we are getting, yeah, so that's the thing. So we have making some mistake maybe in calculation. So let me see. I'll recalculate the calculations once again.
Can you scroll down a bit?
Sorry?
Yeah, can you scroll down a bit?
Yeah. It's only 20, right? Not 20x.
Yeah, the maximum height achievable is 20 only. There's no B component here.
Yeah, there is no B component.
So,
So maximum
your
height is
X will be
20.
0. Yeah, X will be 0. So
Mhm.
maximum height will be 20. 0. No, this
So
calculation is wrong. It's 0.32 into 125. You did 32 into 125.
so what? 0 point?
0.32
Yeah, I have taken
into
account
125.
of 100, right?
Okay, you divided by 100. Okay.
Mm. So it is 32 multiplied by
So
160,
actually,
125.
when I
It's a
multiply
400. It's 40 only, right?
0.32 into 125, yeah, I get 40. And when you substitute 40, actually here you should get 7.2.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? So let me calculate again. Because if you substitute 40, you should be get 7.2. And that's how we have to do. Actually, the height will be 7.2 only. So if we substitute 40, 25 is there. Okay.
Okay, you missed out the 2, I think.
Yeah, I got it
Minus
now.
2. Yeah.
So here actually, this is not 3.2. That's the mistake. So what I have done, I just calculated wrongly. It's actually, so 40 multiplied by 40 will become minus of 1600. And when minus of 1600 divided by
No,
125,
you have to.
you will get minus of 12.8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now the answer is minus of, sorry, plus of 7.2. Right? So that's why this option is correct first. That's why I say we have done some calculation mistake only. Fine. Okay. So is that, I hope that is clear. Now go to the next question. So you have solved this question for SSC and you got your answer, Hiba, right? So Hiba, what's your doubt in this reading one? This one? Hiba, let me paste your screenshot. Okay, so Hiba, are you here? Can you tell me what's your doubt in this one? Just the computation of SSC as I can see here.
Ma'am,
No,
it's
no.
the solution of one question.
Yeah, solution of the polynomial SSC question, right? What will be the value of C will give us the best fit, something like this, right? So what's your doubt in this one? Is there any doubt?
Ma'am, can you check the question number 11 of week 2 graded assignments? This is the
I
solution of that question.
Okay. So have you sent the screenshot of question?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll get to that. Because I am moving one by one. If I jump, then I may miss some of the questions.
Ma'am, but time is very few minutes.
Yeah, time is running. So I'll skip the questions from week 2. So as I can see, some questions are repeated. For example, here the
Ma'am,
plane begins land at.
because my answer is coming out to be 9.4 and the in answer is considered as a 3.4.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I also got 9.4.
Okay. So yeah, I'll jump to that question. Let me see. Panan is not the meeting now. Fine. So who sent this? Ronak, have you? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
got your question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so this is the question. So here a function f of x, which is the best fit to the data given in table 1, recognized by the student is this function. So what will be the value of c so that SSC will be minimum? So what happens here with respect to x, with respect to y? First of all, we'll just apply the formula of SSC. Okay. So SSC says summation yi minus f of xi the whole square. Okay, so I'll directly apply. So here these are yi's, these are your xi's. So if you take x is equals to 1, yi value is 4, right? So 4 minus f of xi. So here if you substitute 4, let's see what will be the value. Okay. So if you substitute 4, first bracket will say 4 minus 1 the whole square, that is 3 square. So that is 9. So that is minus 9 into second bracket will say 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 will be 1. Next says 4 minus 5, that is minus 1. So plus 1. And 4 minus 7 is minus 3. Right? And then we have a plus c. So this will says, or else it's better to compute first f of si and then do, otherwise we'll make mistake and okay. So f of 1 will calculate. F of 1 is minus of we have to substitute x is equals to 1, right? So this bracket will become, so everything will
Yes,
become
ma'am.
0.
F
So
of
just
1 will
only
be 0.
c. C only we have, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And now f of 2 will give us something, right? So 2 minus 1 square will be 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 into 2 minus 5 will become minus 3 into 2 minus 7 will become minus 5. Correct? Let me know if I have made any calculation mistake. So 4 minuses are there. So that will be plus and again plus c obviously. So it is 15 plus c. Am I right? Yeah, f of 3, if you calculate, that's again c because we have x minus 3 factor here. So this whole thing will become 0. Only c is there. F of 4, if you calculate, then again minus of 4 minus 1 whole square, that is.
Ma'am, F2 will be minus 15 plus c.
Minus 15 plus c. So minus is there. 2 minus 1 whole square is there also. Have you got that? So that will be 1 only. So minus 1. 2 minus 3 minus 1. 2 minus 5 minus 3. And 2 minus. So there are 4 minuses now.
You can minus 1 into minus 1. There will be minus 1 into 1.
Yeah, minus 1 into 1. So see, this will become minus 1. This will become minus 1. This will become 2 minus 5 minus 3. And this will become 2 minus 5 minus 2 minus 7 minus 5.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So minus plus minus plus. So 4 minuses are there. So ultimately we'll get plus, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
15 plus. Okay. Now if we take 4, then 4 minus 1 the whole square, which is 3 square. 3 square is 9. Now this bracket will give us 4 minus 3, that is 1. This bracket will give us 4 minus 5, that is minus 1. And this bracket will give us 4 minus 7, that is minus 3. right? So here we have 3 minuses, so answer will be negative, and 9 into 3, that is 27. Minus 27 plus c, that is your f of 4. And f of 5 will become c only because x minus 5 factor is there. Correct?
Yes.
So now we'll compute SSE. So here SSE will be 4 minus f of 1 the whole square. So 4 minus c the whole square. Plus next thing is 18 minus f of 2 the whole square. So 18 minus 15 minus c the whole square. Now the next factor will be 3 f of next factor will be this 4, right? 4 minus f of 3 the whole square, that is 4 minus c the whole square. And next factor will be minus 24 minus f of 4 the whole square, that is minus 24 plus 27 minus c the whole square. And the last factor will be 3 minus c the whole square, because f of 5 is c. Now we have to solve this one. So here you will get that 4 minus c, 2 bracket of 4 minus c the whole square can be written as c minus 4 the whole square too, right? Plus here if you calculate, you will get 18 minus 15, which is equal to 3. So 3 minus c the whole square we have here. Here also 27 plus 24, 3 minus c the whole square again we have, and 3 minus c. So that is 3 brackets of 3 minus c the whole square, right? Now we can also write this one as c minus 3 the whole square to just simplify a bit. So it's actually 2 of, now we actually have to go to the parabola. So it will become c square plus 16 minus 8c and plus 3 times of c square plus 9 minus 6c, right? So here you will get 2c square plus 16th of c minus of 8c square. Sorry. We are multiplying by 2, right? So we will get 16th of c. And here also I am multiplied by 2. Sorry, we are multiplying by 2 actually. So 2c square plus 32 minus 16th of c, and plus with, we are multiplying by 3 now. So that will be 3c square plus 27 and minus of 18th of c. And if you add them, you will get 5c square plus 9 is there 59, and then minus of 34c. Am I correct? Have any mistake? Is there any mistake?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now what we need to do, we need to find out what they have say minimum error, right? So so that SSC will be minimum. So at what value of c this function will be minimum? So again, you can easily see it's an upward parabola. So upward parabola will be minimum at vertex, right? So that means c is equals to minus b by 2a. So that is minus 59 by 2 into a, that is 10. So c is minus 5.9. Is that okay now?
Ma'am, but answer is 3.4 given.
Yes, ma'am, it's 3.4.
And our
Ma'am, you used the value of B wrong. It should be 34. Use the value of C.
Sorry. Yeah, correct. Thank you. Yeah. I used to see the middle factor as b, sorry. So this is actually written, so this c coefficient is minus 34. So it's 34 by 2 into 5, that is 34 by 10, that is 3.5 now. Okay.
Ma'am, we can also differentiate and calculate it to 0.
Yeah, you can differentiate and calculate, but we haven't learned differentiation yet. So that's why we are not using. And also it's not related to differentiation. You just have to find the vertex coordinate of that parabola. So minus b by 2a. So I forgot, this is your b and this is your c.
Ma'am, we can consider it as a function and then use that minimum function. So that was what I am saying.
Means?
Ma'am, means so we can consider it fx is equal to 5c square minus 34c plus 59 is equal to 0, and then we can differentiate with respect to c.
Okay,
So just
okay.
like a function.
Yeah, that same thing. You can also do that too. Okay, so you guys have posted this question.
Ma'am, but one thing to ask, actually, since 5 is a root of this function, so
No, 5 is not a root, right? Plus c is we have.
yes, ma'am. So So we get it as y is equal to c when f of 5 is equal. So we evaluate actually f of 5. So we get c. So c should be 3, isn't it, as the minimum in that
No,
case?
no. Actually, what is happening, we have other data points too, where the function is not becoming 0 at 2 and 4, where this factor is not becoming 0. That's the issue. If we have other things, then obviously you can figure out that, okay, at 1 we have 4, so here the distance is c and this factor is becoming 0. At 3 also this factor is becoming 0, and here also, here you have, if you substitute 3, here you will get 4, so c as 4. So because of data set, it's not equal to exact equal to 3.
Okay, ma'am.
What is happening is that y, the values of y are not the actual values of y of the function. Those are approximate values that we have actually measured. So we need to find out the value of c from that.
Right.
We don't know the function.
So here I'm skipping questions from week 1 and 2. Okay, so someone sent the question related to triangles, so I'm sorry, I'm skipping that. I can go to this next question. So what's the time now? It's already 9:51, so let's see how far we can go.
I have a question in the week 3 practice assignment.
Okay.
It's about the last set of questions about questions 20 through 22. That's it.
Okay. So have you shared the screenshot?
Okay, give me a moment. Let me do that.
Share now, because there are some repeated questions, so I can skip those questions too. So here is another question. So a stone is thrown with an initial speed u, as shown in figure. The height of the stone or trajectory is given like this. If the highest point in air that stone can reach is 5 meters above the ground, then calculate the initial speed u. So see, here all information are given to you. Just have to calculate. So if what they have said, that the highest point in the air that the stone can reach is 5 meters above the ground. So that means this is the y coordinate of the vertex, right? So at highest point of any parabola, reach at its vertex, and it's given that it's 5 meters. So that means h of its vertex, that the highest point, or you can say h of minus b by 2a, it's actually equal to 5. So here we can easily figure out, since the value of b is what? So b is the coefficient of t, that is u by 2. And the value of a is minus 5. So h of minus b by 2a, that is equal to u by 20. You have to find out. So you just have to solve h of u by 20 is equals to 5. You'll get your answer. Okay, so let's quickly do that. So h of u by 20 is minus 5 into u square by 20 square, which is 400, and plus 1 by 2 times of u. I have done right result. Yeah, you can also use the slope thing, right? That minus so y is equals to 5. Yeah, you just solve this equation, you can get the value of u. So I guess some 40 or 60 is there. It's not that. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Varun, your screenshot is not visible to me, so it shows that the file format is wrong or something. Same thing with Vishal too. Yes, Eva already sent the answer of that question, so guys, please look into that. There's one more question: which of the following is true to be solved completing square method? So you can easily see too, because completing square method is easy. So this is the expression x square minus 8x plus 13, right? So if you want to solve this one, x square minus 8x plus 13 is equals to 0 by completing the square, first of all, you have to figure the root here. So if you want to make something x minus alpha square, you have to figure 2 into alpha x. So what is your alpha? So this is 2 into 4 into x. So your alpha is 4. So that means you need 4 square, which is 16 here. So what you will do, you'll add 3 and you'll add 3 in the right hand side and the left hand side, right? So you'll get 16. So that will be x square minus 8x plus 13 plus 3 will be 16 is equals to 3. So this will become x minus 4 the whole square is equals to 3. So x is equals to plus minus root 3 and root 3 plus 4, right? That will be your answer by completing the square method. Okay.
I have a doubt regarding the circle, the ripples problem that you mentioned. But the answer you said is different, and but the answer they say is 25. Am I getting it wrong?
Which
The
question?
The ripples, the circular ripples, the problem that you solved.
Yeah. So our answer is 1.
But it says the answer given is 25.
25.
Yeah.
Actually, the
question
numbers
is-
would be different.
Yeah,
Numerals will be
maybe the
different.
values would be different there.
Okay, thank you.
I have posted the question regarding that selling a packet thing, and the answers actually given in the practice assignment does not seem to make particular sense.
Is this the questions?
Yeah. It's questions 21 and 22.
Okay, choose the correct set of options.
Yes, I have I also posted the context. Okay, it's let me post it again.
So
Let me
what
post another
we
screenshot
have
here.
done so far is
Let me post another screenshot here with the just in case that. Yes. So that's the previous part, and then they're asking the questions, and the answers to questions 21 and 22 seem to be incorrect. Just want confirmation on that end.
okay. So there are actually so many questions which are not visible to me. So I hope you guys can send it again, or they're still not visible. One in your questions are not visible. That's why I'm skipping it.
Have you solved this BrahMos problem?
Yeah. We solved just when the class started.
Okay, fine. I'll check
Yeah, you
with the
can go
recording.
and check. So this question also we have done,
Yes.
Alok.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, regarding the questions 21 and 22.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
it visible now?
That is visible. I'm just copying it. This is the question, right? So Vaishali wants to set up a small plate making machine in her village. So table 5.1 shows the different cost involved in making the place. Shown her survey regarding the demands, number of packets of plates, various selling prices of plates and per day. Okay, electricity cost, miscellaneous raw material. Okay, so demand, selling price per packet. Okay, so choose the correct options. Which shows the profit obtained by Vaishali per day. Here, X is the selling price of the packet. Okay, so here this line is giving us the information about the demand curve, right? So what's your doubt? You say in 21, if Vaishali should sell a packet with minimum price of rupees 18, so as not, okay, it's not clearly visible. So yes,
Is
Raj,
this a
can.
question about the minimum price she can sell at, maximum price she can sell at, and the price she needs to sell at to make maximum profit?
Okay. So, yes. Any doubt?
Ma'am, did
Yeah,
you do my question, that domain thing?
Yeah, Hiba. So where is your question? I actually scrolled down, but some questions are not visible. Can you
Okay,
send it
I'll send it
once
again.
again?
Yeah, okay.
Got it too.
So the
Yeah, I'll
reason
come
that
to your question too. So yes, Raj, what you are saying?
Okay, so the reason that I'm saying it doesn't make much sense here is because the answers that they have given here are that the minimum price is 18, the maximum price you can sell at is 25, and the maximum profit is also at 25.
Okay. This can be true, right?
No, but if maximum price she can sell at is 25, then that is the price she will get zero profit at, right? That is the price she will get a zero profit at.
Yeah, because if right.
Yeah, and so that cannot be the maximum profit price. You can also get maximum profit at also, right?
Right.
Minimum is 18, maximum is 25, and maximum profit price is also at 25. That doesn't make much sense, right?
Maximum profit is 25, right?
No, they said that the price at which she gets the maximum profit is 25 rupees.
Oh, and the maximum okay.
Okay, so basically they are saying that roots are 18 and 25, and the vertex is also at 25.
So it doesn't make sense, obviously, because if maximum price he can sell is 25, so that means at 25 he's not making that much profit. But again, the profit is also 25. Yeah, this actually does not make sense.
Okay, and the next part is like in 22nd question. They mention that that like they are asking like what is the price it should be to make 490 rupees of profit per day. So there should be when I try to calculate it, I get two answers basically. One is 25 rupees and one is 53 rupees. But only one of them seems to have been mentioned here.
Okay.
That is second thing. Just wanted to confirm that I'm not messing anything up here.
So yeah, so you have mentioned that this thing that profit and all. Obviously, this is not correct because if 25 is there, then it should not be.
So where should I like forward this just to confirm that and
Yeah, I'll check this question. It's question from which activity pack? Can you give me the location?
Is the practice assignment for week 3.
Practice assignment week 3. Okay, so I'll check it and let you know in the next session. Tomorrow we have solve with a session, so we can discuss this question there.
Sure, I'll be there
So I'll
tomorrow.
check once again and let you know. So this is Hiba's question. So okay, so what they have says that a woman is reported missing in a locality. The police department finds a human femur bone during their investigation. So they estimated the height h of the female adult in centimeter using the relationship h is equals to 1.f plus 70, where f is the length of the femur bone. So if the length of the femur bone found is 35 centimeter and the missing woman is known to be 130 centimeter tall, in the particular locality, the maximum height of the female is 195 centimeter and the minimum height of the female bone is 50. Based on the given data, answer the following question. Okay. So if an error of 1 centimeter is allowed, the bone could be of missing female. So here you just have to interpret data and see. Okay, so here h's height is related to 1.8 f plus 70.
That I understood.
Yeah.
Range or domain कैसे निकालेंगे?
So इसका range निकालना है. So which function's range you are talking about?
This function I was able to solve if an error of 3 centimeter is allowed. That I was able to do. I mean, explain कर दीजिए. Okay, fine. Explain.
Okay. So here they have mentioned, right? So the range of function is 97 to 195. So see, they have given something about maximum height and minimum height, something like that, na? See, so
solve करना पड़ेगा.
So maximum height of a female is 195 and the minimum length of a femur bone is 15 centimeter. Okay, so iska matlab, so maximum height could be 195. So if the height is 195, what will be the length of the femur bone? You can calculate, right? So 195 is equals to 1.8 f plus 70. So that means that 1.8 f is equals to 195 minus 70, 125. Right? Yeah. So that is f is equals to 125 by 1.8. So that you can calculate the value of f, 1250 by 18. You can just use calculator to calculate it. Or else, so since it's given in the form of 9, so let's divide by 2. So this will be 9625. Right? So that means if the height is 195, if you want the maximum height to be 195, the value of f should be 625 by 9. and minimum length of a femur bone is given to be 15 centimeter. So that means if this is your function related to height and femur bone, 1.8 f plus 20, then the domain or the values you can put as f is 15 to 625 by 9. Are you getting my point? That this is the set of values you can put. So that's why this is the domain of the function. And the range is again, we have to calculate the h values. So the range is obviously they have given 95. Yeah.
Okay.
And well, calculate the value of h when f is equals to 50.
97.
27.
97.
97. Sorry. So that will be your range.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we are done with this question.
Ma'am, is that from week 2?
I don't think it's from week 2. Hiba, is this from week 2 or week 1?
Week 2 ka hai.
Okay, week 2. So I think I hope I have solved this question. So guys, your screenshot is not visible to me. It says that it appears that we don't support this file format type of thing. So please share the screenshot. Ram, Varun, Ananya's screenshot is visible, but it's the same question. That question we already saw. That's why I have skipped those questions. Okay. And if you are sending me direct messages, then let me see. Still, Varun, it's not visible. It's saying file format is not visible. Nisha's question we solved.
How can we send you questions privately?
Select my name and then send. I think because they are they are sending in the chat. So can you send it publicly? Because as Hiba sent and Ram sent, these screenshots are clearly visible to me, but some people's screenshot is not visible.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Ma'am, when I have a doubt in maths, but that day there is no maths class.
Okay.
So what can I do?
You can
I have to
ask
wait
in
for
the
maths doubt class.
So see, if you have doubt, you can either ask in TA sessions or you can ask in our session. Because other than that, since you guys don't have Discourse ID, you don't have any other option. You have to wait for live classes or discuss among yourself if you have some contacts. Can I say?
So we have no other option left.
Yeah, you actually don't have other options.
Ma'am, to
Okay.
avoid the problem, how to send the screenshot, ma'am?
Just take a screenshot and in the
Like I have
yeah,
sent
For
it, but
there is
discussion
an option
forum,
in
where you
Zoom.
people will be answering or only the students will answer, ma'am? For discussion forum, we have posted some questions and we have asked some doubt. Who will answer for that, ma'am? Only students or the lecturers from IIT side will answer, ma'am?
Both. See, there are also students and there are also the instructor team too. You can tag each of the instructor. There is, you can tag me by my name. You can tag
Ma'am,
Vishal sir.
ma'am, when we send doubt on discussion, no one will answer our doubt.
Discussion forum.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in Google Groups.
That I don't know. So let me check. In Google Group, I don't know about Google Group, but in discussion forum, they should have answer. I also got some mails about the questions, but let's see.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night. Have a nice night.
Yeah. So Hiba, we can discuss this question tomorrow. There is a doubt in this question that Vaishali wants to set up. So we can discuss this question in the tomorrow's session. This one, the above one, this question. The Vaishali's plate question. See, that's happened in these weeks. There are so many questions related to other concepts too. Because there is nothing much more asked conceptually based on parabola. So what you can ask on parabola, maximum height, minimum height, vertex, and all those things only. That's why such a type of logical questions are there. Okay. Okay, then see you guys in the next session. Tomorrow also we will do some of the questions, some couple of questions. Tomorrow another instructor will take, but I'll inform them to solve this question too. And also look into it. Fine.
Okay, have a very good night, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, good night,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you for joining. See you in the next class.
Thank you. Bye.